Welcome back, sports fans. Here we go. I did do a live stream earlier, and it massively failed. The audio quality was terrible. Now, I don't know if that was because my tablet was low on charge, which could be it. So we'll do another test of that in the near future, just to make sure it is working. We can sort of put that down to what it was. What I wanted to go through just quickly, when we did that live stream, and anyone who's on there, thanks for joining. We worked out we weren't going to beat Alex. If we go back to the semi-finals, we managed to get 4 wins. We tied in the long jump, which is, I think it's crazy that we got a tie. But you could see my PB just under his triple jump score, and you could then see actually we didn't bother with some of the throwing ones, because if you look at them, our PBs were well below what he scored. So that was a well done to Alex there. He went through in second from the seeding round, so potentially actually probably should have won that. It's an interesting one now. We're playing AWA, who also was our decathlon opponent. We played the decathlon late, so we made sure that AWA had done all of their points, and actually it was a pretty compelling way of doing it, so we could work out what it was and how we needed to improve, and it gave us all of those different options. So it's definitely been one of those whereby by doing it, it sort of helps. And I think this is what we'll start to see a lot more of, is within the daily challenge, people going late. Now, there is a downside to being the last person to go, and that downside is that it does put a little bit more pressure on some of the events. We were doing high jump, and we got that with our last jump. Because obviously it's points, we don't really know the points versus distances. We probably need to start collecting that, and then we can work out, right, how many points is it. But you could see actually that the high jump that I did was slightly lower because we just wanted to get the jump on. But I do see a lot of people probably doing that last and waiting until the late, as long as they can, and hoping that the other person does it. So that's something we'll keep an eye on as we go through, and it's obviously new, this daily challenge, so we'll keep an eye to see what the best tactics are going to be. The problem you'll have is if 2 people wait until the last minute, it's going to be interesting because it's going to come a race. So we will wait and see. But what we're going to do today is we're going to do a World Tour playoff. We've got 29 coins, so we're going to go early. We don't need to be waiting to set things. So we're going to fly through the events. There's a lot more events, obviously, in the final, which helps us because running is more in our wheelhouse, throwing is less. So, and that's based on coaches and athletes and all of that. So let's just get started, and we'll start with the 100 meters. So we're just going to set all the times for all the events. Oh, and we hit a false start straight away. Anytime I do a false start, I probably will redo it straight away. That's not good. Okay. So we will redo that 100 meters. Let's just do it now. Right, let me concentrate on the start. Okay, it wasn't the best perfect start ever. There's probably a little bit of wiggle room in there. It's a good tap and hold, and we'll dip early. And we've got 9.564, decent time. That's going to put some pressure on AWA to try and beat that, or AWA. Again, apologies if I am getting the pronunciation incorrect. But we're going to go early, and we're going to go hard. Here we go. The World Tour often... the World Tour often produces some PB moments, so hopefully we get a few of them. This is not a good 200, but we'll probably do this and move on. All goods, wow. Still not the worst time in the world, but we know we can do a lot better. So we'll keep that there, and we'll keep ploughing on through. As I said, false starts we probably will go back, unless I false start on like the 3000 steeplechase. This is a WPO, WTPO. See, again, not great. This is the final, so we get extra events. That's pretty bad. This is not a good 400. So I would guess that we will need to redo this at some point in the next 22, 23 hours. There we go. We're into the perfects now. Wow, I think we got one perfect the entire round, and then two for that bit. So that's a poor one. Still pretty close to PP. We might actually, if we can get a full perfect round, we might get close to PB there. 800. Now, a lot of people have heard me say about the 800. It's a slow start. 1, 3. Okay, I slow counted that. I always find the 800 is quite a slow starter. But this is one of these races where I feel you should be hitting perfects on everything. It's only 2 times speed. Yeah, it should be a full perfect round, really. But there we go, I've ruined it already. And again. And again. That was terrible. Okay, we're going to have to redo the 800 at some point. But we've got a lot of room to improve. Absolutely terrible 800. I jinxed it by saying you should really be able to do full perfects. That was really late. A bit late in my press on this. Ugh, came up a little bit. Came on a bit too quick. That is not a good time and will need to be redone. But I'll do that later. Let's do the 1500. We're winning 4-0. That's because no one else has done anything. There we go. Perfect start. Right, let's see if we can get this. Remember the plus and minus that we do. So it's all down to the tap and holds. So 0, 0. Oh, what am I doing? It's just all gone wrong there. I'm not going to keep count now. That was terrible. Oh, I'm early now. That's late. This is really a bad run. I'm not showing a very good way of doing the 1500, that's for sure. This is not good. There we go. Well, we recovered it a bit at the end. But that is not a good 1500. That'll need redoing. There's quite a few of these we're going to need to redo. I mean, look at that. 2.2 seconds away from PB. Shocking. So this will be a really long video doing everything. We're not going to obviously cover absolutely everything that we're doing, so I'm just going to leave that there for now. No, nothing else in there. We've got 5 on the board quickly. I do need to go and redo a few of them. Conscious I don't want you to be looking at all of it, because yeah, with some of these PBs, you know, with 800, 1500, the 4 and the 2 might get away with that. So the other thing we can do while doing this is, and it's a really good way to know if you should be winning or not, So if I look at the 100 all-time, yep, okay. Wow, they're down to 9.283. That's ridiculous. They're going to have to... I do think they need to change what the records are soon, because it's getting ridiculous. 9.283. Whew. Let's see where AWA is. 9.498. Okay, so we're actually quite a bit behind there on the 100. I was there 19 dead, and I'm at 18.9. So we are ahead there. Is AWA up there now? 400 meters. Okay, we've got a little bit on AWA there. 800. So, and this is a way you can really start, not 140.5. So this is a way that we can really start to see, should we be winning? And so on the track events, we're actually in a pretty good place. Bar the 100 meters, we are in a very good place. 5k, that was a 12:45. Okay, let's just run the 5k. But you can see what I'm doing there. It allows you to be able to... Wrong event. It allows you to be able to work out, are you going to win or not? Okay, so AWA started doing their runs. And a 9.439. We're not going to beat that. I do want to do this 5k though. So, but you can see what we were doing there. Feels like a long... Oh dear, what have you done? Well, that's annoying. We're going to have to redo the 5k as well. So a lot of these are going to have to redo because we're not doing a very good job. Now with this, we know the tactic. You can either use it up straight away. I'm going to use it just after the line. It still uses it up pretty quickly. So let's see how we do. And again, on this one, the 5k, you should be hitting the 3 perfects. It's going slow enough. Here we go. 2, 3. Okay. So we know we can improve that because we left a little bit of energy. So there's a lot of events that we're going to have to redo, actually. So good job we got those 29 coins as it goes through. If we look at 10k, let's again look at 10k, and it's a very good way of being able to figure it out. I mean, 25:17. That is a very strong time. 25:47 for me. 25:59. So 25:47. So let's go off and do this. This will be the last event we will do. We can see AWA's done the 200 meters. So we're going to do the 10k. Hopefully we've got full energy at the end, unlike the 5k. Hopefully everyone's seen my 10k tutorial. So 10k tutorial, it will tell you when to press. So it is on this lap. It's with around about 200 to go. It's about now. That should be spot on perfect. And we just charge all the way to line. That is absolutely perfect. Maybe could have gone a tiny bit earlier, but that was a really good sprint run. Not the best there. We should really be getting 2 out of 3. Oh, I couldn't take my finger off in time. My finger sort of stuck to it. I think it's because I was going to try and lift really early, and therefore I had to keep it consciously pressed down. Not the best stadium lap in the world, but if we can be close to PB, I think it's good enough. Yeah, I think that would be good enough to win that one. So hopefully we can see if AWA's done or AWA has done anything else. Not yet. So we are in a bit of a waiting pattern. Now 110, I might do the 110. I know I said that was it, but I sort of want to have a look at the 110 times. I always feel like 110 is a strong event for me. Well, let's have a look. Where are my ranks? Yeah. So with the 110, I'm top 10 players on that, and I'm 23rd. So hurdling, I'm actually achieving higher than what I would normally do. If I look at AWA, 12,747. So yeah, so we've got some space in there. So we are just going to go and quickly do the 110 meter, as it is correctly done, the 110 meter high hurdles. Not a phrase used often now. Not great. Oh, okay, we're redoing this one, aren't we? Let's just put this time up, and we can. This is shocking. Good finish though, but a 12.9 is not going to cut the mustard on this one. So there you go. We're going through our final of the World Tour. I mean, should I do? Okay, 1500. He's gone on. I'm going to do that again because that was a terrible event. We're just going to do 1500 again. See if we can get the point back. And we do a false start. So I'm not going to play the rest of this. So we'll call the video there. It'll be... See there, I had my finger on it. I wonder actually. No. I was trying a little technique there to see if I could tap it and then just hold it. And it would help. But no. Yeah, we're going to call it there. We will be doing the rest of our world tour. I'll keep you up to date with how things are going. Maybe a video tomorrow. Just to see what the state of play is. Thanks for watching. Put some comments in below. Like, share, subscribe. What do you want to see next on the videos? Let me know and I'll go off and create it. But on that basis, that's it for now. So, thank you very much for watching.